I'm Bill Renner, and I'd like to introduce to you two new books that I've recently published that will help you learn how to teach and coach football kicking and football punting mechanics. These books are short, concise, specific, and have photos that demonstrate each technique that I describe. The techniques that I describe are the essentials that need to be coached, taught, and performed by the kicker and the punter. The books detail my specific coaching drills that I've used for over 30 years to help young men develop into high school, college, and pro punters and kickers. Having been a head high school coach for 23 years, I've had 8 kickers or punters that I personally coached that have gone on to play on scholarship at the college level. And one of those currently plays in the NFL. All of these young men started doing the training drill sequence that I described in my book, The Kicking Mechanics, and the book for punting mechanics, and that taught them the essential mechanics that they needed to master in order to be a successful punter and kicker. Very few of these young men had prior punting or kicking experience before they reached high school. The significance of that is that they simply came out for the high school team with the aspiration that we would teach them the right drills, the right mechanics, the right skills, and help them develop into good players. So the program that I'm describing and the drills and the techniques and mechanics that I'm describing in the books that I've written have been tried and proved with not people that show up to camp that have already kicked for 2 or 3 years and already have good mechanics and are just fine-tuned, but young men who hadn't played before, hadn't kicked or punted before, and we're putting a program and a system that helped them develop into good punters and kickers. Inside these books are photos that detail every technique that I talk about, and also my coaching phrases that help communicate the techniques and mechanics that the kicker and punter need to do. And they're highlighted in yellow. At the end of every chapter is a checklist of the coaching phrases that I use to teach each drill, so that you can go back and see if you can remember exactly what those specific coaching phrases are relating to in terms of the technique that they're talking about. The 2 books that I have are called Teaching and Coaching Football Kicking Mechanics and Teaching and Coaching Football Punting Mechanics. You can find the books by going to Amazon.com/books and search on my name, Bill Renner. And then the books will appear and you can order them off Amazon.com. They're not expensive, they're $9.99 because I want everyone, players and coaches, to be able to afford them and to learn how to coach this just like any other position. My mission is to help coaches to coach kickers and punters like all other position groups. These books are the first step in fulfilling that mission, in that they allow the coach or the player to know the exact mechanics that they need to teach within the drills that will help teach those mechanics. And that's the first step in learning anything, and that is you have to have drills to teach mechanics. In this specific instance, you'll learn the body position, the swing, and the ball contact. Each of the books has 4 to 5 drills with all the specific phrases you need to coach those skills, just like any other position. I'm also working on other books that I will have a series that will be published, and the next one will be the skills book that teach you the execution. And that will be what determines the height, the distance, and accuracy. Those are game-specific skills that work on your being able to control those 3 things. The last thing that you need for the total package of becoming the best you can be is you need a good training program. A training program that will allow you to be at your peak performance. And the training program in high school should consist of something that it covers the off-season, the preseason, and the in-season. And if you're a college kicker or punter, then that training program needs to cover the off-season, which would be January through February, and then spring practice, which will be sometime between March and April, and then again in the off-season, which would cover basically May, June, and July, and then again in the in-season period. So in the future, you can go to my website, billrennerfootball.com, and look under books, and you can find the materials there and the links to purchase them. Or you can go to amazon.com/books, search Bill Renner, and find the other materials. As I complete them, I'll have more videos describing them to you. And for now, I hope you'll be interested in my 2 books, Teaching and Coaching Football Kicking and Punting Mechanics. If you're interested in instruction with me, I'm currently doing a futures training program where I will train selected people for 7 months, January through July. I don't do true tune-ups, I do training programs. So you would receive a daily workout from me that will help you become your best, and it'll incorporate all the 3 things that we talked about: the drills, the skills, and the training program that will lead you to peak performance. I also have a college spring prep program if you're interested in that, which runs January through March. And then I'm also doing D1 sports skill classes, one for kickers, one for punters, and one for quarterbacks at the D1 Sports facility in Raleigh. If you'd like information on any of these, please feel free to email me at brenner404